I'm live. And this, no. Okay, well, it's just being, it's misbehaving. I don't know, there's like a big box right in front of my face. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy. Ooh, okay then. I'm guarding my privacy. This is me guarding my privacy. Ah, okay. Hi. How are you guys tonight? Ooh, there's nobody on here tonight. What are you doing on a Friday night? It is cold in Ocala. There is nothing going on for me. I'm not going out. I refuse. My husband wanted to go and do a couples massage tonight. Ain't no way. It is cold. I don't want to. Nope. Mm-mm. It may get 30 degrees tonight. I don't want to. I don't want to. It's cold. I know, for you guys, you're probably like negative degrees or something crazy, and you're like, why are you complaining? Look, for me, it's cold. I don't want to. No. I don't do cold. That's why I live in Florida. But like a few days out of the year, it will be, you know, like frosty here. And I just, oof. And then it's like 40 to 60 during the day. It's just too cold. Stay home, have some hot cocoa or some tea, have some soup or some chili, and don't leave the house. That's the plan. But my husband, he's got big plans for tomorrow. It's like supposed to be the coldest day of the year. He's got big plans for tomorrow. He is buying me a car, which is a big deal. Okay, so I don't know if you saw it, but like 6 months ago, I did a video about a Prius and how I was looking at a Prius to purchase. And at that point, my husband was still saying that his car was just fine. We didn't even need another car, whatever. All right, let me explain. My husband has the most embarrassing car on the planet, okay? It is so bad. So he is driving a 2000... what is it? Dodge Intrepid. Okay, this car is older than our son that's in college, okay? He can afford another car. We can afford another car. Of course, we want to put our money into investments, into our kids' future, all of that. But at the same time, we do need a better car than what he's driving. Okay, so his car is worth absolutely zilch. Okay, it has no monetary value whatsoever. He had started talking about putting tires on his car, and I was like, the car is totaled. Okay, the tires cost and are worth more than the car itself, therefore it is totaled. Is that not the math? Okay, so it's totaled. So anyway, this week, okay, his car, the radiator cracked. It didn't like the cold. It's like, I am a warm weather only car at this point. I am in my old age. I am not dealing with this cold weather. Radiator cracked straight out. So, yeah, 30 degrees. The radiator was like, nope, not doing it. So anyway, so he was going to get it fixed. No problem, which he did actually end up, we decided to get it fixed. Neither one of us is like wanting to actually sell this car. Like the air conditioner is it's like the best air conditioner of any car I've ever had. It is freezing, frigid, cold air conditioning, which is great. The rest of the car is old, ugly, and I don't trust it. So of course we can't sell it, okay? Because we would be like feeling guilty to sell it to somebody. Maybe we should give it to like, I don't know, a high school or something, or a trade school, so they can just beat it apart or do whatever they want to it, you know. Learn how to spray paint a car. Here you go. So this car is, yeah, it's pretty bad. It really is, okay? And the only reason he still has it is because he's so stubborn, okay? I don't know if you've ever met like a really good stubborn German. This is my husband, okay? Like, he straight up would not give up that car because it had no payments. He did not want to pay for another car. All right. So 6 months ago, I knew that car was finally, after years, it was on its last leg. Like, it has had the transmission slipping for like 3 or 4 years now, okay? At first, 4 years ago, I was like, all right, just drive it a little longer. It barely has second gear and sometimes doesn't reverse. That was 3 or 4 years ago, okay? This car is still battling down the road. I'm like, I don't drive it because I know the second I drive it, I'm going to end up in the middle of nowhere, and I I don't want that on me. I don't trust it. It's not a reliable vehicle. And also you can't go to Starbucks in it. Cannot do it. You can roll down the window. It'll go down, but it won't go back up. It kind of goes at a slant. It's so bad. This car is so bad. So I'm like, honey, please get a different car. Please get a different car. Anything you want. Just truck, van. I don't care. Just get another car. No, won't do it. It's paid for. It's still driving. I'm like, so everybody's been teasing him for forever about this car. So he finally decided this week he's going to get the radiator fixed and then he's going to use it as a trade-in. So he's going to go ahead, take that in, and he's going to get a Prius for me, which is great. So he's going to take my Honda. And then I have a Honda CR-V. I don't drive that nonsense. I don't care. I'm not driving it. So I have a Honda CR-V. He likes my Honda CR-V. He's going to go ahead and take that, and he's going to get me a smaller Prius. For me, I think that the gas prices are going to go up. Hi, Lexi. I don't know about you guys, but I am really concerned about the gas prices. Like, I've seen the price of eggs and bread and everything else go up. Fast food restaurants and going out to dinner, that's going up. I've seen just so much stuff where it's just going up and up and up. And I'm like, gas prices are going to go up. There is no way it's going to stay at this. So right now, you know, we can deal with it, but I have this odd feeling that the gas prices are going to go probably $4, $4.50 a gallon. And I am in real estate, which means I have some pretty high gas mileage. So I have been looking at a Prius. I'm like, I'm going to get a hybrid for my next car because I feel like that's the best choice. So I, of course, went over, test drove one, made sure that it was something cool that I could actually like drive. I know everything is a little weird in a Prius. I don't know. Have you guys ever test drove a Prius? Hi, Ann. Have you guys ever test drove a Prius? It's a little weird. I'm not gonna lie, it's very weird. The little gear shift thing is like it's like playing Atari or something, you know? It's very strange, but I can deal with it. I think I can adjust. So anyway, so I went and test drove it. Okay, that was cool. That was like 6 months ago. And that was really big for me because I hate going to car dealerships. Hate going to car dealerships. Absolutely. So I don't go. Like, to go and actually buy a vehicle, I don't go. I have gone before, and I literally showed up at the car lot with my checkbook in my purse, ready to purchase a vehicle. And nobody talked to me. Nobody. They did not greet me. I went into the lobby, walked around. Everybody was just there, dealing, standing around, chit-chatting. Nobody approached me. I went back out. I'm looking in the windows at cars because I couldn't open them since they weren't open, didn't have keys. Nobody talked to me. I went 2 different times to that same car dealership and I wanted a car. Nobody. The only person that talked to me was somebody that asked me to please move my vehicle. So I went back home. I was like, I didn't buy a car at that point. This was like before. And my husband was like, you know, I love buying cars. It's so much fun and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, are you crazy? Like, are you a masochist or something? Like, seriously, who wants to buy cars? They're like, the people are so rude. It's hard to get service. And he's like, I've never had that issue. And I'm like, all right, come with me. We roll up. This man barely gets 1 foot out of his car, and they were like, white on rice, okay? There was people like all of a sudden, I'm like, where were these salespeople earlier? What? And they're like all over him, and they're like, can we get you a bottled water? And he's like, I'd like a soda and some popcorn. I'm like, they have popcorn here? I didn't get offered any I didn't even know they had popcorn. I was so mad because of the way they treated him was so different from the way they treated me. I was like, they don't want my money. I don't know. So that is the one dealership. No, absolutely no. I better not see a sticker from that dealership on my car. I will lose my mind. He knows. I'm like, no, they didn't want my money when it was me walking in with a checkbook. They don't get my money when it's you walking in with my checkbook. I'm a little petty, like a little bit. I don't, service is service. Service is important. So anyway, and I will say, I did go to that dealership with him, and it actually was a little bit worse because we roll up and he's like, my wife would like to buy a vehicle. And the guy goes, okay. And then he says, my husband's like, we want to go ahead and test drive. We told him what I wanted to test drive. And the guy goes, okay. And he goes, can I have your driver's license, sir, for the test drive? And my husband looks at me and looks at the guy and he's like, ooh, Carlos, you want me to out them on the internet? That's horrible. I don't know if I'm that petty. But it's here in town. We'll see that. So my husband looks at the guy and he's like, I think my wife would like to test drive her own vehicle, don't you? And the guy looks at me and kind of blinks. And it was like, that was the first second he realized I was actually there. Like it did not even faze him at all that I was sitting there. I'm like, okay, no, this is the wrong place for me. So yeah, So we did test drive over at Toyota, which was an okay place, to buy a car. And then Honda of Ocala is who we actually ended up buying the CRV through. And so, of course, we went and looked just to say the other dealership is right over there. If you know, you know. All right, anyway. So, there's like one more right there. We don't go there. So, yeah. So, the other day we went down to the Toyota dealership. They had only 2 Priuses, new or used, on the lot. I was like, holy smokes. One was like a 2014 Prius 2, which is like, it's the manual seat. Do you guys have manual seats in your car? Is that even a thing for you guys? It's a thing for me. Like, seriously. Because my husband is 6'4", and I'm 5'4.5". So I have to stick my arm practically under my butt, and then kind of all the way. Yeah. I hate manual seats. So anyway. I hate them. I hate manual seats because it's like all the time. I'm like hoisting my whole so bad. I hate it. So I don't know if you guys have to deal with this, but I rather have that bzzz and then just sit there for 5 minutes as it goes up to my height, which is short. No. So that's one of the things. Like, a Prius 2 does not have automatic seats. Thank you. Aren't they, Lexi? Oh my goodness. Just moved from Florida to southern Indiana. It's snowing. Why would you move from Florida to snow? Like, why would you leave Florida? What? You even are called a Florida man. What are you doing? It's the wrong direction. You gotta go down here. Ah! No. So yeah. So my husband does, because I was like, after like 6 dealerships where he has to ask all the questions under the sun into oblivion, I'm like, I'm out. I don't care anymore. You buy the car and bring it home to me. Oh my God. Okay, you're 5'1". So you know. And my husband's 6'4". So every time he gets in the car, he cracks his knee practically. But it's easy for him to do the seat. He just reaches over, pulls up, and then he goes flying back, Me, I've got to so hard. I don't want to do it. And especially if the seats are hot in the summertime and you're trying to do the boot scoot or whatever that is. I don't know. I'm going to admit I call it the coochie scoot, but that's, because you got to, it's just so bad every time. So you're already like trying not to burn your legs on the vinyl, and then you're trying to get no. So that's the only thing I really need is it has to have automatic seats. Has to. That, and I don't want a white car. No. I literally asked him specifically for this last time. I don't want a white car. He brought home a white car. So I've been dealing with a white car. Does anybody in Florida, can you tell me why not to have a white car in Florida? It's probably the same everywhere else. Come on. What's the name of those lovely little things that love white here in Florida? They are attracted to white here in Florida. Come on. Everybody's like not drinking their coffee today or something. I don't know. Y'all, where's the chat? Okay. Everybody's from somewhere else tonight. All right. Here in Florida, there's these things called love bugs. And they absolutely love bugs and water spots. There you go, Carlos. So these things are little bugs that are connected by their butt, and they fly at about my height. And they really, really are attracted to white. They love, if you're wearing a white shirt, you're going to have like 100 of them at 2 different points during the year, in May and in September. That's when they disappear, and then all of a sudden they're everywhere. It's the weirdest thing. Anyway, so these bugs love the color white. It's like they love to dive bomb them. They love to get stuck on them. Your car looks polka dotted, whether it's sitting in a parking lot or it's sitting driving down the road, whatever. It looks like a polka dotted car because of these copulating little bugs that get stuck to it. And when I say stuck, we're talking stuck. Give it to North Marion, please. Wait, the car? Give it to North Marion, please. Oh, they have an auto thing over in North Marion High School. I didn't know that. We might actually do that. Might do that, actually. If they have a auto thing, you know, that would be cool. We actually might do that. Because we don't want to give the car to somebody that's going to be like, you know, driving it and then stranded. I mean, it's just not a reliable vehicle. Not that I would think. If it's somebody that's just going to and from work that's close by, it'll probably drive for another year or two. It'll be fine. But I just, you know, the second they get stuck way out in the middle of nowhere, somewhere unsafe or something, it's just not a good plan. So, yeah, North Marion High School, I'm going to tell him. Okay, so, yeah, I don't want a white car. That is the thing. So, I found this really, really amazing red Prius. It's so pretty. So pretty. It's over at Honda of Ocala. It's so pretty. I want it so bad. But I'm going to leave it up to him because we both have to be happy with this decision. So I literally told him, you can bring whatever car home you bring home. I'm going to drive it and I'll be grateful for it. No problem. I'm not going to say anything. I didn't go shopping for it. Which scooter on the food? Oh my goodness. I started something tonight. I don't know. But like, seriously, just whatever you buy, because he does enjoy it. He really honestly does enjoy going shopping for cars, and he is going to go analytical. Y'all, I almost feel bad for the salespeople. Almost. Pretty close, but almost. Because he's going to put them through so much tomorrow. He is going to go to every single dealership. There is not a sales trick that you can do that he doesn't know. He is going weird when they don't know what in the world whatever is and how much the life the battery has. I mean, he is going to put them through the mill tomorrow. I am not going for that. I'm going to sit here and read a book. That's what I'm going to do. That is what we do, okay? I don't go car shopping. He does that, and I sit and read a book, and then he brings home the car, and I just, ooh, that's my job, okay? We do everything as far as the bills together, okay? Every decision is together. Ew, no, we don't have iguanas falling from the trees here. We are in Ocala. We don't have them big old tree lizards. No. We have the itty bitty ones, but they just, you know, they hide out in the bushes and stuff. They don't do anything. During the winter, they just hide out in there and try and keep warm. But no, those big old iguanas, that's like Miami area. That's like down south. That's in the tropical area. We're not in tropic. We're too far north for that. Man, if a big old 6-foot lizard fell out of a tree in front of me, I would move. Like, I'm not dealing with that. Those things are huge. No. DeLuca. I do like DeLuca. I like Natalie over there. She's super nice. So the only issue with DeLuca is they only have 2 Priuses. And one of them was a 2014 with a manual seat. And it was a Prius 2. And it had 192,000 miles on it. I was like, I don't think so. I don't think that's a good idea. It was pretty cheap, though. They were like, we'll get you a deal. I was like, oh, okay, that'd be some kind of deal. Like, pay me to drive it? Gators in Ocala? Yeah, we do have Gators, but that's going to be out in the Ocala National Forest and, like, maybe Silver Springs. But, like, just walking around town and stuff? No, not really. They like water. We're pretty high and dry in Marion County for the most part. So you'd have to, like, find where they're water animals, so you got to find where the water is. So there's only certain areas they would be in, and that's not necessarily in Ocala. It would be like in Ocala National Forest, Silver Springs, that kind of stuff. Everybody's so worried about the alligators. They're fine. They don't want you. They don't care. Now, if you dangle a small child in there at nighttime when they're eating, that would be bad. That would be bad. But who would do that? Like, just don't do that. But you know, as far as like swimming in rivers and lakes and stuff like that, even if there's gators in there, it's just like, they're not going to mess with you. They're overbreeding. Well, yeah, it's like wet down there. That's where most of the water is. So yeah, no, but like Ocala, no. Plus it's kind of pretty cool. They're pretty chill, right? Like, leave them alone. They'll leave you alone. Somebody was talking about the monkeys too. I'm like, I've never really had an issue with the monkeys. It's just not, yeah. If you look at Ocala and Marion County on flood zone maps, most of Marion County it's not even in a flood zone. It's high and dry. That's what we call it. So now if you go over to Citrus County, there's lakes and rivers. It's much lower. So yeah, you're going to have alligators all over the place. But I mean, I've actually been driving down the road in a 4-foot one. I mean, it was just a baby. It was like a 4-foot one. It was crossing the road. And sure enough, little redneck boys in front of me. I pulled over on the side of the road to watch this. I wish I had filmed it. That would have gone viral for sure. This is a few years back. But yeah, these 2 good old boys in a pickup truck, they saw the alligator crossing the road. Hi, Bill. So they saw the alligator crossing the road. They get out, and instead of grabbing the shovel, which was in the back of the pickup truck to help them, no, one of these guys grabs the alligator by the tail to toss it in the back of the pickup. And of course, the alligator literally did like a backflip while the guy was still holding the tail and bit him in the hand. And the guy like threw. I'm like, yep, that's about what I thought was going to happen. Which I was just parked on the side of the road, just rolling. I mean, when you see an alligator cross and some guys stop at a pickup truck, you know it's going to be entertaining. If you have time to stop and just watch. Because you know something's about to go down. That's not going to be bad. It's not going to be good. Oh my. What about Citra? Also high and dry. Yeah, Citra is not populated much though. So no, leave them alone, right? Just leave all the wildlife alone. Just leave it alone, okay? Let the monkeys live their life. Let the gators live their life. As long as you don't go and like kick them or pick them up or something, they'll leave you alone. Moved to Port St. Lucie 4 years ago. Now it's too crowded and rent has skyrocketed. I imagine. I looking to escape. Okay, well, welcome. Acura. I don't want an Acura. I want a Prius. I want something like low, no gas mile. Like, I want, like, I'm not going to pay $4 per gallon. Nope. No, I want to pay, like, nothing. Goose and Gators. That's what I should have put on the video. That's okay. You know what? It will happen again at some point. But this time, when I have that feeling of, oh, something's about to go down, this is going to be entertaining, I'm going to pull over, I'm going to get out my video camera this time. It was great. Meet with E. Oh, Eladi? Message retracted. Hi, Bill. I don't know. Well, hopefully you're going to stop in and say hi to me. Hopefully. Anytime y'all come down, just make sure and let me know you're coming and stop in and grab some coffee with me. It would take a while for us in Denellen to get crowded. Lots of room so far here. Oh, Kevin, it's coming. I was over at the Denellen Chamber of Commerce. I do volunteer hours over there every other Friday. Although this schedule is weird because I've got this Friday and next Friday. But anyway, you should come over and say hi. Anyway, so I sit in there and answer the phone. So if you call the Denellen Chamber of Commerce on a Friday afternoon, you might get me. So a lot of the businesses in Denellen don't really necessarily support the Chamber of Commerce, or they don't really, there's not like that togetherness. And there seems to be a disconnect between the commerce, the businesses, and the chamber. Excuse me. So when I open a branch over there, I kind of set out to change that. So one of the things is like, support the chamber means like find out what's going on from the inside. That means volunteer hours. So every other week, I haul my little blonde self and I sit down there, and it's actually been a really fantastic opportunity because the only people in the building is like me and the chamber president. And we just sit there and, talk about what's going on and what we can do to work with the businesses in Denellen and get more interest and support for the businesses. No, it's not. Florida man, you already left. You are a Yankee. You moved. You just said you're up in there in the snow. You are a Yankee now. Oh, good grief. The proposed bypass okay. So yes, there is a turnpike that is going to come up here. There are 4 proposed places that the turnpike is proposing they're going to go to. Keep in mind, they have been proposing this for years. I said Landon Reddick. Go down and don't count. Now you're just a snowbird or a tourist. I'm just picking on him. You left us. We still want to move to the area there. I think it's great. Bradenton's expensive. Anything anywhere near Tampa is gonna be more than Ocala. Oh God. All right, I'm gonna stay out of that. Y'all seem to be going at it. I'm gonna leave you guys to that. But yeah, so the turnpike. It was funny because while I was at the Denellen Chamber of Commerce, somebody called up and wanted to discuss the turnpike and exactly where it was gonna go. And I'm like, I honestly can't tell you. Yeah, that's exactly it. That disconnect is what I'm trying to fix. So it's just, I don't like that disconnect. So I'm just kind of, quietly just kind of checking things out right now and seeing why there is that disconnect between the businesses and the chamber. And it really is. It's a valid thing. And I'm down there and I'm just kind of listening more than anything. Sometimes it's so important to listen. You got 2 ears, 1 mouth for a reason. And so I'm just kind of trying to figure out what exactly is going on and why. And sometimes it's a simple thing to fix or to tweak, and it can change the entire perspective. So, okay, come on. I didn't do it. Oh my goodness. I would think Miami would be higher. Yes, Miami is definitely higher. Miami is probably the highest. Then Tampa. Well, Fort Lauderdale and Miami are pretty high. But for our area of Central Florida, Tampa is the highest, anything near Tampa, then Orlando, then Gainesville, then Ocala. So it's honestly the size of the city probably has a lot to do with it. Yeah, we do have a lot of horses. Oh, we have the Grandview International coming up. I got tickets. I got VIP tickets, but I had to buy them. It's not like they gave them to me. But anyway, Ocala is not full. My God, you can go driving for hours and still, like, not see people, especially in the forest. Whoa. It's trying to... Okay, it is not... This is so... Oh my goodness. He's going to have me out of a job. I'm going to have nothing to sell up here. We got any houses? I hate to tell you, but there are... I just did the video. It's not listed yet. You're bad for business. I'm going to block him. I'm going to block him, y'all. He's not even a Florida guy anymore. He's like assumed name. All right. So, there's a video that's coming up that is about all of the new subdivisions that they have approved from the county that are coming in and how many houses and everything. So that one will show you. Florida is definitely not full. It is getting really big. Oh my God, you live out in Reddick? Honey. Okay, you can drive for an hour and not see anything but a dollar store out there. Reddick is where you go when you don't want to have people. It's like, whew, that is a lot of land out there. Like, I don't even think I've been to Reddick in quite so long. Yeah. Okay, you know what's funny? Is out in the forest, they have the best internet. Cell phone signal, not so much. But the internet out there is phenomenal. Is there anybody on here from the forest? I don't know how in the world. It's crazy. Yeah, you can still be out in the forest and have that. Yeah, the internet is definitely something that needs to be upgraded. Woo, they're allowing you to transfer? That's awesome. Right? Reddick. It's Reddick. Reddick is like horse country. There is not much out there at all. There's like horses and that's about it. I'm trying to read what Bill said here. That owns the parent company. Oh, that owns E1, yeah. Oh, yeah. I know somebody that worked with E1 for, wow, forever and a day. And then she just opened her own company. There's something that E1 doesn't create for, or doesn't build for ambulances. So she actually made a company. She saw that that was something that needed to be done. And so she actually created a manufacturing company so that they could create that. So she's kind of like her own thing, but it basically is selling something that E1 either didn't want to or couldn't create. But E1 is for like emergency vehicles, in case you guys didn't know. And they are definitely one of our bigger employers. No, we're not full. Be nice. Play well with others. Otherwise, you get blocked. So bad. Ocala is not full. I'm going to tell Kevin Sheely on you. He's the Chamber of Commerce president over in Ocala. We've got the annual luncheon coming on. I was so excited. Man, I could sell my annual luncheon tickets and get a mint. It has been sold out for like a month now. Yeah, you can do a surprise drop-in. I have my stepbrother lives over in Tampa. What was funny is he's lived in Tampa for years, right? And I'm like, let's go down to Tampa and visit him. Let's go to the beach. And I was like, he had never been to the beach. How do you live in Tampa and never go to the beach? It's like right there in St. Pete. Oh my goodness. I was like shocked. And all the restaurants and stuff there, they basically just order in pizza. I'm like, what are you guys doing? There's so much to do even in Ocala. I'm constantly out doing something. In fact, it's weird that I'm not going and doing something this weekend. I'm like, I am cold and I don't want to, and I'm going to stay in. Very bizarre. Normally, we're like here, there, and everywhere. There's always something going on. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, we would very much like to have some fire truck ladders. That would be cool. So if you could, you know, come work on that, that would be awesome. Very cool. So transfer here. It's not full. We need somebody to weld the ladders. Anyway, yeah, no, it's... I know, I can tell. That sense of humor, that's a Reddick thing. I'm just don't take it seriously, y'all. Just don't take it seriously. Welcome. Welcome, Bill. Coming over to Ocala. No, but they actually, I was just doing that video the other night, putting the finishing touches, because everybody was telling me, I did this massive video about every single 55 plus community I could think of in Ocala, all over Marion County. I finished that bear of a video, and as soon as it was finished, everybody's like, what about all the other communities? I'm like, for all ages. I'm like, y'all, seriously. Oh, my work here is never done. So what I did is I was actually working on the communities that are coming up. They've already been approved. Oh, good. Yes, absolutely. Come do that, please. You know, I do actually, I know somebody in real estate. Anyway, but yeah, come. I hate paying the lot rents. Whew. Are you, I don't do lot rents. That's only if you're in a mobile home that the land didn't go with it. So like, I don't even sell those. I can't. Do you know in Ocala? Oh, that's what I would recommend. In Florida, actually, I don't have a license to sell mobile homes in a mobile home park. I would have to have a car dealership license in order to do that, which is crazy to me. You even have a little registration sticker. It's a car registration. For every single person in a manufactured or mobile home, the state of Florida considers that you live in your car. I kid you not. Let that sink in for a second. That is crazy. That is craziness. So yeah, unless it's attached to land, like if the land, I can sell the land and it happens to have a mobile home. That's it. But like if you wanted to buy a mobile home in a mobile home park, I do not have a license to sell that because I don't have a car dealership license. Is that not crazy? That's crazy, right? It's weird. So yeah, they are. They absolutely are a huge business. My mother-in-law, I'm not going to tell you her age. We'll see. She's in her, oof, I almost said her age. She's never going to watch this. So anyway, she's 87 and not proud of it. Like, she doesn't even like telling me her age. Anyway, so she recently sold her house. Like last year she sold her house. And so she was talking to me. She wanted something close to us, but not living with us. And she still wanted to have her independence and stuff. She still drives herself. She lives on her own, all of that. So, oh, I'm so glad. I am so glad. I love it. You actually used one of our agents. Patricia is awesome. She really is. She's such a sweetheart. She is just ready, like, all fired up. She's ready to go. But yeah, so my mother-in-law, she was like asking me if I thought a mobile home was a good idea. And I'm like, in certain cases, absolutely. That's the same as rentals. Is renting a house a good idea? In certain cases, yes. But it's not a lifetime decision. Would I buy a home in a mobile home park? Probably not. Because at my, with the kids and this and that, and no, it would be a bad investment for me. At 87 years old, to have something that is really super great location, really close to us, and, she can buy the mobile home for like $39,000 in our situation, because of course we know with having a property management division, we know every vendor under the sun. I mean, we've got plumbers' cell phone numbers. They'll go straight out same day. We've got electricians. We've got AC guy. I mean, we've got people for this, So she was like, is this a good choice for me? And I'm like, for you, at this stage of your life, in this situation, at this location, at this price, this is a good choice for you. But would I make that same like recommendation for everybody? I wouldn't recommend for everybody to buy a house, because at certain points in your life, or certain, you know, things that you've got going on in your personal life, it might be a bad decision to buy a house. Same with renting. Okay, renting a house is great for a short period of time, but it is not a lifestyle. A lot of people get way too comfortable in it, and it's not something you should do for life. So it's renting, right? At certain points, renting can be nice. You know, there's a lot of elderly people that are like selling their houses right now. They're like, market's high, sell it, and I'm going back to renting. I don't want to do lawn upkeep. I don't want to deal with the house. If the house has issues, I want to call one person and be done with it. They don't want that stuff. For that stage in their life, they can buy, they can rent. It's more a convenience for them. Absolutely. Go at it. No problem. But for everybody, no. No. If you are building a future for your family and stuff, that's not a great life choice. For the short term, yes, absolutely. But not for long term. Where are they renting? We have renting for some 55 plus communities. You normally have to rent for at least, 3 months. But yeah, they're renting from us normally. That's what I did, but want to buy again. Yeah. Well, we can sell you a house. But no, we have about 150 properties in management, and we're about to have 200. Rent is extremely expensive. There is a cost for convenience. That is for sure. It is very expensive. Yeah, and that's another, and there's no security in it either. So you could say, okay, I'm going to move in and it's going to be this amount. Can you predict that you will still be allowed to rent from that same landlord in 5 years at that same price? No, you can't. Bought here a couple years ago, so I didn't know. That's okay. We love you anyway. No, but I mean, it's just, it's just a thing. I don't know. So yeah, but there's a lot of older ones that are like, they're cashing out basically. They used their home as an investment. After 24 months and 1 day, you do not have to pay capital gains on the money that you earned. That's income, but you don't have to count it as a capital gain. So that's awesome. So these people are getting like $100,000, $200,000 from the sale of their house, and they're just using that money as supplemental income to live off of, and they're just renting. And they're like figuring out how long I'm going to be alive versus how much money I have in the bank versus how much I'm getting on Social Security. This is what we're doing. Yeah. And I mean, renting in a 55 plus community is great. You get all the amenities and don't have to deal with any of the nonsense. So that's kind of nice. If you need the driveway pressure washed or something like that, that's the owner's problem. So yeah, there are some good things with renting and some conveniences. It's just, you have to figure out what's better for yourself for the short term as well as the long term. And normally, I mean, if you have any questions or if you want to do the math or whatever, you should have a realtor friend that should be able to do that with you. Somebody that's not just going to sell you something because they want a deal, but somebody that will actually walk with you and actually help you. Like, a realtor should be more of a consultant than anything else, like, really. So some of them forget that, or maybe they're, I don't know, too inexperienced or something to know that. We had that in class today. I was teaching sales training. It was fun. We had, I did a perfect buyer's consultation, and it was, but the main thing was, don't try and push a deal. If somebody's feeling uncomfortable, you drop it right then. Like, if they don't want the house, you drop it. You always do what the customer wants. It's not the house, it's the customer. This is a relationship business. This is a service-based business. You work through referrals and stuff. So if you lose their trust because you're trying for commission instead of customer, you rightfully so should get fired as their agent. It's you have to work with them and what their needs are. And that's so hard to sometimes see for agents, because they're, they're looking at their paycheck. Their paycheck is based off of a deal. So they're like so focused on getting the deal done that they forget that, this is a really important decision and there's a lot of trust involved with people. So I don't know. We were just going over all of that with sales training, the new agents and stuff. And, but it was, we had really good discussion, which is really important, I think. So we'll see. We'll see. We don't allow any agents in our brokerage that are not customer service based. Like, they want the best for the customer and, put the customer first and themselves last. If it's the other way around, they'll never get invited to go to our brokerage. We're so picky about who we have in our brokerage because it's our whole reputation. But anyway, I'm gonna get off that soapbox because y'all don't really need to hear about that kind of stuff. So I don't know. Instantly, as soon as I stopped thinking about that, my first thought was, my husband's getting me a Prius tomorrow. I hope it's not ugly. I'm a little obsessed right now, y'all. What are you guys up to tonight? It is Friday night. You're on YouTube. What are you guys up to? What are you guys doing this weekend? I'm trying really hard not to do anything today or tomorrow. Today I was at the Chamber of Commerce in Denellen and, of course, the sales training this morning. But I don't know. We were going to go to, I hope it not, I know, I don't want to wait. Okay. Oh, Philip, you're going to take the Florida real estate exam. I'm so happy for you. That's exciting. Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes. And yes, we actually have several. We have a lot of new construction coming up as rentals. So that's exciting. Go to our website, which is greatexpectationsocala.com. And that's where our rentals come up. And then they actually have, you can actually apply online and you can set up showings and stuff on there as well. But keep watching it too, because sometimes like the ones that are like new construction at a, reasonable rate or whatever, they go so fast. So as soon as they go on, it'll be on there for like 24 hours and then it's gone again. So as soon as you see a house that you like, go ahead and, hit the button and hit apply or get a showing set up. But I mean, new construction, it's, it basically is what it is. Excuse me. I'm sorry. So yeah, keep checking on that. Keep checking on greatexpectationsocala.com and click the rentals tab. And then you'll see all our rentals. As far as the Florida real estate exam, yes, there are some stuff that I would recommend. Go to Quizlets.com. No, we don't get snow or icy roads. We don't do that here. We get frost. That's a little bit of frost on the grass. It's gross. Or on your car. But like iced over windshields and stuff no, we don't get it. It doesn't, no. We don't have, the whole state would close down if we got icy roads. It just doesn't happen here. But no, when I'm saying it's going to be super cold, it's going to hit 30 tonight or something like that. I don't know. If it's 30 degrees at night, I'm not going out the next day. Like, I'm just not. That's done. No, it's too cold. I would have to wear a sweater. I don't want to. So if I can stay home, I'm going to. I'm not dealing with that. I moved down here to be warm. It's a cold day. If it's possible, I'm going to stay home. All right. But no, we don't do like, crazy cold. So it's just at night, especially once the sun comes out, it'll cook all of that right off. So it should be like 50s or 60s during the day anyway. All right. Florida real estate exam. I'm going to answer that question. All right. So go to Quizlets.com, which is totally free. Type in Florida real estate license. And then there's a whole bunch of stuff like that. That sounds like fun, actually. I love renovating houses. I've done about 100 and oof, probably more than that. Probably about 130 by now. I don't know, a lot of them. Anyway, so you want to do Florida real estate test, because if you start learning stuff about Arizona real estate, it's basically going to mess you up on the Florida exam. So Florida real estate exam, put in there and, oh, good. Put in, it'll do like flashcards and it'll do little different games and stuff like that. So that one's a good one. When you sit down for the exam, I don't know, are you taking the exam on your computer at home or are you going in for the test? So I don't really like just going in for the test, but you know, I've never taken, they didn't offer when I got my license for me to do it at home. I might have done that truthfully, but I don't know. So I've always gone in for the test, but either way, when you go and sit down for the test, immediately take 10 minutes of the test time and sit there and write out every scrap of information in your brain. Acronyms like a bar sale and all of that going in for the test. Okay, so they give you scrap paper. So go ahead and take that. And also you can take a really basic calculator with you, like dollar store calculator with no memory. You can take that in with you. So you'll get pencil, scrap paper, and that dollar store cheap nonsense calculator. Make sure and bring that with you. I guess 9 times out of 10, they won't give you one. And then you just got to do math in your head while you're already freaked out. It's not fun. So take that in. They will not let you use your cell phone. That goes in a little locked locker right there. So anyway, scribble down everything you can remember, every little nonsense, like how many feet in an acre and like how many, all of that stuff. Okay. Write it all down, everything you can possibly remember, and then just breathe and then take the test. Okay. Read the question twice. Read it twice. In fact, my instructor had me write down on the piece of paper, first and foremost, R, D, T, Q, and then to the power 2. R, D, T, Q to the power 2. Read the damn question twice. That's what that means. Because the questions are trick questions. They swear up and down there's no trick questions. It's a lie. They're all trick questions. There's multiple correct questions. So it's not just what's the correct answer, but what's the most correct answer. I hope I'm not freaking you out right now. There's only 100 questions. It's multiple choice. You'll be fine. But they're trying to test your ethics. So always go with the most ethical. And quite frankly, that's true of your real estate career too. All the time, I'm telling my agents, there are a lot of legal gray areas in real estate. To stay out of trouble and keep me out of court, you're going to go with the light. So if there's a gray area, you head towards the light, you'll be fine. Same thing applies to your real estate exam. They're going to want to know that you are an ethical human being, and that when it comes to a question of what's the most correct, you're going to go with what's the most correct thing for you to do. Sometimes they'll have this massive question, like 3 paragraphs long, that has nothing to do with the actual question. The actual question is the bottom line. That has nothing to do with that stuff. So what I would recommend is, as you're going through the test, when you come upon those page-long questions, skip it. Don't even get bogged down. Especially they'll put like math in the middle that has nothing to do with the actual question. Don't mess with it. Like, just go through as soon as you can and answer all the correct questions that you know. And what's really funny is, like, 3 questions later, it'll have, like, if you get stuck, it'll have a question with the answer kind of the other question, if that makes sense. If you're not sure, skip the question. Like, just go in and breeze through all the ones you absolutely know without a doubt. Don't have to pause. Just whip right through it. And then once you're done with the test and you're feeling a little good about yourself because all the ones you got right, then to go back and now you can like breathe. You've got another hour to go. Then you can take your time and answer those. And because you've had a lot of questions that already gave you the answer to those questions, you should breeze through the hard ones too. So just take your time. You have plenty of time. They give you 3 hours. You will have plenty of time to do that. And if you're at all worried about the math, there's only 10 math questions. As long as you get the rest of them right, you could fail all the math and you'll still be fine. So you have to get, I think it's 75 or 76 to pass. So you'll be fine. Just breathe. Just breathe. Yeah. So going back to the other comment, I hope that helps. I don't know. If you need any help, just hit me up. You can send me an email. It's my first and last name at gmail.com. So AndreaProeber. I know, weird spelling. It's a German name from my husband. Bless his heart. P as in Paul, Roeber is my last name. So AndreaProeber at gmail.com. You can send me an email. I can send you some prep questions. I give those to some of my agents and stuff. So they're just, you know, prep test questions I've kind of collected over the years to help them out. But, you know, send it over to me. I'll see what I can do. But yeah, there's also in Ocala a jumping show going on. Oh, you're welcome. Over at the WEC, but there's also the Grand Invitational. Yeah, Marion Oaks. I love you put the zip code. I mean, I could tell you the zip code. Just Marion Oaks, I could tell you the zip code. Silver Spring Shores, I could tell you the zip code. Some new construction going on over there. A lot of new construction. And I just saw some new constructions pop up the last couple of days from one of my favorite builders. I love them. Aldana Construction. Oh, wow. So Aldana Construction, they have some houses that opened up. It just depends on what you're looking for. Because it seems like there's a lot of like workforce housing. That's not low income housing. That's not what it is. Workforce housing is more of like starter homes, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, because, you know, it's like, you know, 2 adults, 2 kids, 2.2 kids and a dog or whatever, you know. So, it's just like starter homes. That seems to be like what I'm really seeing. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, double car garage, and, you know, a 1/4 acre, and just cookie cutter kind of homes. If you're looking for something bigger than that, you can find it there, but it's not really going to have the, you know, incentives and stuff like that. Those are a little more custom, a little more rare, basically. They do exist, but they're a little more rare. What really seems to be popular right now are those 3-2 homes for right around 220 to 240. 220,000 to 240,000 is what they're hitting the market. I did see a couple of brand new construction homes like that in our market that hit at 214 today, but I don't remember if those were in Marion Oaks or not. I'd have to go back and look. So I was using them for example on the in the sales training. So I pulled up like a whole bunch of new construction. I think I had like 6 brand new construction homes in that price range. So I could have easily sent it over to you. But yeah, it's like a lot of people are looking for those brand new construction, 3-2 cookie cutter homes with a 2-car garage, 1/4 acre lot, and right in that price range, basically under 250. So that's basically what I put up on my, I figured I'd use that as my training. So I think I pulled up like 6 of them. It was crazy. Most of them was new construction. I think there was one that was not. It was 2006, but it had a 3-car garage, so I was kind of excited about that. Not that we really use our garages here. Do you guys, any of you guys Floridians, do you actually use your garages for your car? Like any of you? Do you actually like park your car in your garage? That would be so weird. We basically use garages here as like storage facilities. It's our own personal storage facility. I don't think I've ever parked my car in the garage in Florida. I never have. So, don't know. I don't know. That would be so weird. I don't know. You park your car in the garage. Okay, maybe. I can't say it's just me because I know there's a whole bunch of, like, I don't know anybody that really parks their car. Maybe in my neighborhood. My next door neighbors, they park, they're bougie. They put their car in the garage. Their yard looks just so perfect. Like mine, I'm always like fighting with the mulch. Like, it seems like as soon as I put mulch down, there's another spot that I see that needs mulch. And I'm like, how did I miss that spot? So then I go and get a bag of mulch and I put it in that spot. Then the mulch doesn't matter. I literally have fought with the mulch for years. I'm like, next time I'm going for rocks. Because it's just, it seems like the mulch gets eaten by the, it just like kind of, you know, after a while, and you have to replace the mulch at least once a year. It's just, I'm always fighting with the mulch. It's just an ongoing thing. I'm literally always out there trying to tame the mulch. It's like, this should not be a lifestyle. Okay. It's the stupid mulch. But I don't know. Yeah. I had my car detailed once, and he's like, why is there so much mulch in the back of your car? I'm like, don't ask. Because we also use it on some houses and stuff. A stilt home, and we park in the garage, but we have tourists lurking around all the time. Where on earth do you live that you're in a stilt home? We don't really have those in Ocala. It's so crazy. You've got to be on the coast or something, because that's like a fear of flooding kind of house. So it's like, I am on high. Yeah, I don't know if I was parking. I don't know that does that count as a garage if you're on a stilt house? It's like, that is an excellent decision, Bill. That really is an excellent decision. Now keep in mind, renting is expensive right now. Like, seriously. So as long as you're willing to, you know, pay for that. Yeah, golf course. Okay. So I was like, but we don't have coast in Marion County. So there's, you know, that little problem. But yeah, that's a fear of flooding house. That's what that is. It's cool though. They look cool. Okay, so it is a garage. See, I normally see it more like as a carport kind of thing. It has 6 months lease. We've got a house available. It's a 6-month lease. It's in a 55+ community. But yeah, we do that. Oh, you're welcome. Aw. I don't know. You know, guys, I did a TikTok live. I had like a little bit of time because I didn't want to come on here until like after 7. So I went and did a TikTok live for before this. Yeah, we have. Bill, we got you. Just stop in. We got you taken care of. No worries. We can do short-term leases and stuff. That's not a big deal. You would not be the only one asking for that. Trust me. And that honestly is more what we actually even have Airbnbs that we manage. So yeah, we got all sorts of stuff. So no worries. But yeah, I was on doing a TikTok, which I have more TikTok followers than I have Facebook friends or YouTube subscribers. I have like over 5,000 TikTok followers, which is crazy to me that there's like that many people that even could care less what I have to say. But anyway, so I went on TikTok. I don't really like doing TikTok lives. Like, people don't interact. Like, on here, you guys ask questions. It's more of a conversation. On there, they just kind of watch me like I'm a television. And I'm like, you guys want to chat? Like, what do you want to know about? What are you guys doing tonight? Nothing. Like, nothing. I'm like, and you can see that they're watching. Like, it shows how many people are looking at you. So I'll have like 50 people on there and nobody's talking. And I'm like, what in the world is going on? Like, you know, communicate. Let's, like, what's the whole point of a live if you're not going to, like, you know, interact? That's like the cool part of a live. But I don't know. That's kind of weird. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to stop this. I'm going to go over to YouTube now where people talk. So then Florida Man was like going off, and I'm like, at least he's talking. I mean, he's telling crap that it's Florida's full, but you know, at least he's talking. And by the way, if you actually saw Reddick, I don't know if he's still on here or not. I think he left, but Reddick is like, you can drive for a full hour and see like 12 houses. Okay. There's nothing up there. There's nothing. Literally. He's like, oh yeah, the dollar store. That's all that's up there is a dollar store. I'm like, what are you talking about? That's full? You are so full of something. Like, it's not even a thing. People are crazy. But you know, it's the same with mulch madness. Oh God. Not the mulch. But seriously, Okay, there's a big mulch debate amongst realtors. Y'all, seriously, I'm serious. There's a mulch debate. So, so it sounds so stupid. But, okay, so if you want curb appeal, like instant curb appeal on a house, you need to add a splash of color or something like that. You add mulch. That's honestly, seriously, even if I've actually put mulch over top of rocks before. If the rocks have kind of sunken down or they look a little, I will literally go out there and put mulch. And I put the red mulch because there's so much green in Ocala, Florida. Like, it is green leaves on the trees, green background on the sides, green grass like crazy. It is like an overabundance of green. And then you have like a tan house. So the house kind of gets lost amongst the bright blue sky in the picture and the green grass, and then you've got beige. You know, you need something to kind of make it pop. So I normally will put a whole bunch of red mulch in the front, and it just makes the house pop, like just instantaneously. And then if you really want to go crazy, you can add some yellow flowers, like some yellow hibiscus or some daisy or something yellow or what, some kind of pop that makes, like, really brings that other primary color. So it really does help. So if I'm selling a house or sometimes even renting, it's going to get red mulch. Other realtors, especially in California, the California realtors hate on me because I put red mulch. They're like, oh, that's so 2000. You have to put black mulch. Well, black mulch looks like dirt. So it doesn't really do anything for me. 34474 zip code because of Target. Starbucks is over there, let me tell you. Big boxes. Yeah. Okay, so 34474 is where my office is located. And there's some really great subdivisions. There's actually a brand new subdivision from D.R. Horton in the 34474 zip code that you might want to look into. However, if you're okay with just a 10-minute drive down the road, you could go into like my zip code, which is 34476. And 34476, I'm kind of at the midway point to 34476, maybe even the southern point. But if you go to the northern point of 34476, you're literally only going to be maybe 7 to 10 minutes from all the big box stores and all of that you're looking for. Also, they are doing a straight through road and through this massive horse farm, and then it's going to be just a couple of minutes and you'll be right there. Excuse me. So probably what I would recommend is looking into 34476 because you'll have more options and opportunity there. But check, like, you know, go towards the north part of that. So keep in mind, those are also probably two of the most expensive, not the most expensive. There's Millionaire Row further up. But for like general real estate, those are probably the two most expensive zip codes you can get into though. So 34471 is another one because that's downtown Ocala on the square and all of that. So 34471, 34474, and 34476 is probably what you're looking for. Hope it helps. And if you're buying houses in those areas, call me. So, like, really. Especially since I live in them. I'm literally sitting in 34476 right now as we speak. I've done videos on my neighborhood before, so you can actually check it there. My particular neighborhood is called Ocala Waterway, and the HOA is $9 per month. It gives us absolutely nothing, but we have an HOA. But the yards are bigger, which is why we like it. It's about 1/3 of an acre to 1/2 an acre each on the lots. So that's nice. And it's not quite as, you know, it's still a suburb, but it's not quite as congested, I guess. They are putting in a Publix literally a mile from my house though. So I'm a little worried about the traffic that may come about, but we're on like an in-road or whatever, so it's not too bad. But there's the Greenway that's not too far from us. My daughter goes bike riding on the Greenway and stuff, and it's beautiful, so that's really nice. So I do like that. Even Hernando has more than just a Family Dollar. Oh, Hernando does have a few things. They still have the hamburger spot, right? The people that run Reds, they opened up the hamburger spot that I cannot remember the name of. But they got some really good burgers in there. I think it's the burger spot. Oh, I can't remember the name. Anyway, it's over right by the lake in Hernando. What else is over there? There's a few other things. A gas station. It used to be Cumberland Farms, but I think somebody else owns it now. I'm not sure. What else is in Hernando? I don't know. You guys got... Y'all are getting a Target down in Lecanto. Did you guys see about that? Down by the YMCA. There's like a Walmart and a YMCA. Yeah. No. Over there, more affordable. As long as you are willing to go to a slightly older home, you can find an older home in the 34471 zip code that is not too expensive. Yeah, I have a homeopathic doctor that I go to, and there's another one that was in a practice and then went to another group of doctors, and he didn't like that, so now he's opening his own practice again. I may switch to him because he's homeopathic as well. But I like mine. It's Dr. Deborah Donahue. We've been going to her for years. She does a lot with hormones and stuff, which is really helpful because a lot of people don't realize how screwed up your hormones are. I think it's probably the food that we eat now, but she was the first one that actually listened to me and was like, oh yeah, you need to go and do a hormone test. And then I realized that my hormones were really, really out of whack. So yeah, we tried a few different things, and then I just actually she ended up putting me on, Western medicine. She put me on the pill, which actually is what helped. So that's going into details you probably don't need, but it was just nobody had really figured out what was wrong with it before. Yeah, plastic containers really do mess up our system, seriously. So there is a lot of stuff that messes with our hormone levels, and that messes with our emotions. It messes with our body fat. It messes with so many things, and we just never, for some reason, most doctors don't test your hormones, which is very strange to me. So I'd gone to regular doctors before, and I'm like, I really do think that there's something wrong with my hormones because it's a cyclical thing. And one actually wanted to put me on antidepressants, and I'm like, I'm not depressed. I was like, I think it's just a hormone issue, because if you're depressed, shouldn't it be like, you shouldn't be able to figure it out exactly what day you're going to be. It's not something you can like time. But he wanted to start putting me on all sorts of head meds, and I'm like, I don't really want to go down that road. So yeah, it was. I really wasn't thrilled with that. So I didn't go down that route with him. I just kind of gave up for a while. But I went to her and I explained, the issues. And she's like, oh, we're just going to do a hormone test. And I'm like, just like that? I've been asking for this to be done from 4 different doctors. Nobody did it, and you're just going to do it? And she's like, yeah, let's do a hormone test. And yeah, the hormone test, it was really bad. I had no happy hormones in me at all. Like, at all. And she's like, you have the progesterone of like a 7-year-old girl. I was like, oh. So it wasn't depression. It was my hormones were out of whack. And as soon as they, level out being just on the pill, for me, that worked the best. But we tried some other things before that because I didn't necessarily want to be on that. But I don't know. I don't think I've ever had Filipino food. I'm willing to try. Just nothing too weird. Be kind. If it has anything like monkey or something, I'm not doing that, okay? I'm not doing that. I have heard some stories from foreign countries, and I'm like, I don't want to eat, that. But like, we're chicken, we're cool. there are. So I think they're a little more, I know it's kind of generalizing, I don't want to do that, but homeopathic doctors do try, you know, to do diet and exercise first and natural things first, and then we'll go to more Western medicine. I like to have both, both options open instead of just, let's try 50 different kinds of drugs and see what happens. I'm like, no, let's not fry my system any worse than it already is. So, you know, if you can, you know, do a more natural method to regulate your body out and get things, then I think that's a good route. I think you should be open to all avenues and not just drugs, you know, just all avenues. Not to say that drugs aren't good in some cases. There are medications I'm on and they're, you know, needed, but it shouldn't be the first. It should be more of like, let's try this and this first and then see if that can solve the solution or find the solution. Anyway, that's just my soapbox. Sorry. That's the choice we've made for our family. And so, yeah, we do go to a homeopathic doctor. But again, she does do prescriptions as well. So, yeah, I don't like being pushed prescriptions. It's just, prescriptions are good and they are necessary. But a lot of the issues we have, should you may be able to do something with it before that. So yeah, I mean, I have a heart condition, so there's also that. So I didn't know I had a heart condition until I was 26 weeks pregnant. Not the time to find out you have a heart condition, by the way. So, oh, you have, you're out in Denellen, not in Hernando. Oh my goodness. On the way to Denellen. It is a pretty beach. They have a lot of lakes out there. That lake in, I think that's Cooter Pond, actually. Is what that's called. They have the Inverness in Hernando. They have the, in Inverness, they have the Cooter Festival. It's right around Halloween every year. And it's, in case you're wondering, a cooter is a little tiny soft shell turtle. Wifey is a cook of Philippine cuisine. Oh, cool. Well, I would love to try some Philippine cuisine. That would be cool. If you're cooking, I'm coming. Or your wife, I'm good. I don't know. I'm always up to try something. I don't know. But yeah, the Cooter Pond thing is hilarious. Like, all right, we're going to party at their house. Woohoo! But no, they do. They have, and the first annual, this has like been going on for like 20 years, but I went to the first annual Inverness Cooter Festival and there was a cooter controversy. I kid you not. And it was because the Chamber of Commerce, oh, wait. So the chamber or whatever that was organizing this, Cooter Festival, okay, they had all, hold on, I gotta plug in my phone because I didn't realize I was gonna be on here this long. I've been like talking y'all your ear off. Hold on one second. Don't go anywhere. My phone is saying it is about to hang up on all y'all. Okay, so anyway, so the Cooter controversy, I gotta tell this story. It was really hilarious. Uh-oh. Alternative is better. I think a lot more people are looking for some alternatives because they're kind of sick of all the prescription stuff being swung at them. But oops. Well, all right, I'm a little crooked. Anyway, okay, so the Cooter controversy, mostly chicken. Woo, wait, mostly? Ooh, okay. I'm gonna stick with the chicken, all right? So the chamber down there who was organizing this whole thing, they put it all together. They had Cooter from the actual like actor or whatever that played Cooter for the Dukes of Hazzard. He went there. They had a Dukes of Hazzard car. They really went all out, okay? Kid you not, it's Cooter Festival, and it's, you know, this little soft shell turtle. So they have like the turtle races or cooter races and stuff. And anyway, the whole town, if you know Inverness, you know, most people down there have an interesting sense of humor, okay? Gotta love them. So, I'm not joking. It's every year. Have you not gone to the Cooter Festival? It's a really big deal. It was on The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. He talked about that festival. So this is like, it's a thing. All right. So the chamber had these t-shirts made up, and they were very nice, and they had a little turtle, and it was very boring. Okay. I mean, if you're going to name a festival a Cooter Festival, and then you come out with really boring shirts, you have a lack of imagination. Okay. Like, really. So they had these very, it was like, I remember it was a circle, and it had, first annual and blah, 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 and it had this little, cartoonish kind of looking turtle. The other businesses in town, however, did not lack for imagination. And they, thank you. So the other businesses created their own t-shirts that were hilarious, okay? One had, at the time it was like, how that Got Milk commercial. So somebody did a black shirt with a white, and it said Got Cooter. It was hilarious. There were all sorts of interesting shirts being sold. And of course, everybody was buying those. So everybody was buying those. So then the chamber had like 50 bazillion of their t-shirts that they couldn't sell. They were super boring. They couldn't give them away. I mean, nobody wanted those. They were buying all the other t-shirts, which were hilarious. I mean, and then you'd go to restaurants and stuff, and the waitresses were wearing the other more risque t-shirts that had innuendos on them like crazy. It was hilarious. It was so funny. So then the chamber gets all mad because their t-shirts were not selling. And how often are you going to be able to sell the first annual Cooter Festival t-shirt? You can only sell it at that time. So they started getting on their loudspeaker and saying, come buy your official and you could tell they were like pissed. Because it was just coming to cause. It was this whole controversy. It was the Cooter controversy of the first annual. I was sitting there watching, eating my popcorn, going, y'all are crazy. I'll take one of those t-shirts, though. That's so funny. But yeah, at this point, I think that, it's been like 20 years. So I think at this point, everybody's gotten on the wagon of the correct t-shirts to wear, and no, they are not boring. So you can get yourself a very interesting t-shirt at this event, and it is hilarious, especially when you wear it year-round. It's great. The whole thing is very tongue-in-cheek and very, very funny, and it's just a lot of entertainment. Oh my goodness, it is. It is. But yes, it is there's actually a pond in Hernando, going into Inverness, that's called Cooter Pond, and it's actually more of a lake. It's huge. So, aw, I was running low, but I think I'm good now. Hopefully. I've got it like plugged in across. You want the original, the official one. I don't know. Lacked imagination. It really lacked imagination. But yeah, there's like, the turtle races, which, they've got that. There's the Cooter Queen. And she's, she's the queen of the whole thing. And it's like some high school kid that, she's got the sash and everything. And I'm like, only in Inverness. In Citrus County would you see this kind of crazy. So I really wanted to go this year, but it was just, the timing of it is really hard because it's like just really difficult to get to. So anyway, I had so much other stuff going on. I just didn't make it. It's a 3-day event, so that's pretty sad, but I just had so much other stuff going on. So I will make it for sure next year in October, or actually I guess it would be this year in October. And I'll go down there and get a video of that, because I mean, how can you miss that? That's hilarious. Oh, cool. Okay. All right. I'm not as scared. It's like the mostly kind of had me a little worried. I need to travel more. I'm getting boring. So bad. Oh, it's Friday night and I'm on here with you guys worrying about my Prius. I've gotten old. I've officially gotten old. That's what that is. It's okay. I find life hilarious. I cannot wait until I'm like 60, 70 years old. I'm going to dress all in pink and purple. I'm going to drive a moped. I'm going to have a Chihuahua named Chewy, and we are going to just have a blast because I'm just not going to care anymore what anybody thinks. This is me caring what people think. Yeah, just wait. You just wait. I'm going to have a blast. Like, the Red Hat Society will not have anything on me. I'm going to have a blast. So, I cannot wait for that adventure. But for right now, I still got kids. I got to behave, you know. If I act too crazy, CPS will be coming. Anyway. But yeah. You'll see me out on my moped. It'll be great. I'm going to have like a pink and black all sorts on my helmet and everything. Yeah. A little Chewy in the basket. We'll be having fun. I can't wait. I'm gonna be crazy. It's okay. I mean, if you can't be crazy, what's the point? Like, just check. Everybody in the villages, they're full on nuts. There was a movie that came out. I haven't seen it yet. I know that's terrible, but they actually had like a pseudo documentary kind of thing for the villages. I really need to see it. I gotta find that. But it was literally just talking about life and interviewing people on life in the villages and what it's like and all of the stories and stuff that we hear about from down there. I think so too, Bill. I think so too. I won't forget the fish. But yeah, it's I agree with you, Bill. Oh yeah, heck yeah. Oh yeah, oh my goodness, you don't even know. I'm gonna have that pink and purple spandex going on. I will not care anymore. Once I'm about 60, 65, 70 years old, y'all won't even be able to keep up with me. I'm gonna be crazy. So my mother-in-law's, she's late 80s. I'm gonna be careful with what I say on that one, because she does not like her age. She does not like mentioning her age. She keeps saying all those older people. One time, recently, I made the mistake of giving her my hand to help her out of the car. She about bit my hand off. She was like, I am not old. If I need your help, I will ask for it. I was like, yes, ma'am. Gross. Oh, dear. We're going to skip over that one. But yeah, I mean, honestly, the villages, they just have, you know, a mentality of, it's almost like they're back in like college or something. Like it's like a fraternity, sorority or whatever. So, oh, okay. So a Scion. All right, cool. I'm definitely leaning more towards, you know, like I said, the Prius, because I just want the hybrid. I did see they had a Corolla. I cannot do a Corolla. There's nothing wrong with the Corolla, but it was my first car. My first car was a Corolla. I loved that car. It was baby blue, and it had roll up and down windows. I'm showing my age, but I loved that car. It had no air conditioning, and but I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It was super, super reliable. I just really trusted that car. So the issue is, if I, at this point in my life, at 41 years old, owner of a brokerage, go back to driving a Corolla, I feel like I failed. I know that's so weird, but that was like, you should upgrade, you know, in your life. You shouldn't go back to your first car. Like, I am not answering that question. If you want to ask her, you go meet her and you ask her that question. I'm not answering that question on her behalf. No. I'm gonna tell her, yeah, I'm like, you know, pimping out my mother-in-law to some strange guy on the internet. Oh my goodness, she will have me for breakfast. It will not be pretty. Asking for a friend. Okay. Oh my God, you're gonna get a bless your heart here in a second. And now I forgot what I was saying. That threw me for a second. Okay. She'll cook you up. Like, that's, I wouldn't mess with her. She is full on German. Like, no, no. No, but, yeah, so I can't go. So they do actually have, hello, musics. They do actually have a Corolla that is a hybrid, which I was surprised. I think, like, hybrid, I think, Prius. But no, they actually do have, and they had one on there again that was a Corolla hybrid. And I was like, okay, that's, my wife says, okay. Okay. But yeah, I can't. If it says Corolla, that means I've literally failed. That literally says it failed. Hi, son of John. No, hey John, how's it going? I love how much you guys talk on here. It's so cool. Like I'm literally just having a blast chatting with you guys. It's cool. But yeah, it was I don't know. I know it's so stupid because it's not like it's the same car. It's a really nice car. It was very sporty, really pretty. It was a great car. It's very reliable. I just straight up can't do it. I cannot do it. Hey, Marita. Marita. I would say it's Marita. I'm probably saying that wrong, but I like it anyway. Hi, Zachy. How are you? Hello. Hello from Ocala. I was actually just talking to somebody. I invited myself to talk to some people at an Olive Garden the other day. It was kind of weird. Yeah. Somebody's just walking in. You want to say hi on live on YouTube? My daughter just walked in the room and she's like, oh, no. So, what are you doing? I don't know what she's doing. What's up? I forgot. She just totally chickened out. Like, shroom, and she's gone. Oh, freak out a teenage girl. Tell her she's live on the internet and she will be gone. California won't let me out. You can leave. I promise you're not on house arrest. Oh my God. So you've got like way expensive houses over in California and snow in New York. Okay. Y'all, seriously, just get in your car. Just go. Like California, if you own a house in California right now, you are golden. Do you know how many people are selling their houses in California, taking the cash in hand, coming down and buying a house totally for cash? Like if you have a mortgage even, it gets paid off. Like you get mad money for houses in California. Then you come over to Florida, you take that same amount of money, you can go work at a grocery store and still be better off. Like grocery stores are paying like, what, $12, $15 an hour or something like that now. Go work at Publix. You could make better money mopping the floor just because you won't have a mortgage. So why wouldn't you? The grass feels different when you own it. Free and clear. It's nice. But yeah, there's a lot of people that are selling and just going out here. I know, right? Take your cash and run, man. It is great. It is a great time to sell. They're always saying, you'll be there in Marion County soon. Cool. Welcome, Lisa. Welcome home. Sick of New York now. I'd run. I don't know. Y'all got snow up there. Now you're going to freak out all the people that don't know about the festival that have just joined in. They'll be like, oh my goodness, what did he say? So not good. Yeah, we don't have city taxes. We don't have state income tax. We have pretty low property taxes here too. Well, let's do it. 2022 is the year. Real estate's not getting any cheaper. Which is good. I mean, if you own a house, sell right now. Oh my goodness. I left Queens, New York in 1976. That was the year my parents were married. 76. They made it 24 years married. That was pretty good, I think. 24 years, that's a long time. Really? Now, as a married person, I'm looking at it like, that was a long time. A lot for a while now. My bad. Oops. You could sell your lot in Marion County really easily now. So, like, I probably have 15 people that'll buy it from you. They've probably been sending you letters. Like, if you would like to sell your lot, I'm going to have to hire somebody just to call people and be like, can you please sell your house? Because we get a lot of buyers and we really need to, you know, sell your house. Homes. Whew. That's a lot of money. $1 million house in Ocala would be essentially a mansion with a massive pool with acreage. They'd probably throw in a horse or two for you. Actually, they would throw in a horse or two for you. So, yeah, it's pretty crazy. You're always sending me letters. Ah, that's funny. I'm going to buy my second property in Florida. Cool. We have very pretty houses here. Yeah, pretty much. I'm glad I could help, John. Does your son, I don't know, John, how old is your son? Does he actually, like, is he like, I don't know how old he is, but what do you think? Let me go back. I think, whoops. Cancel. It was trying to say I was reporting you. Ah, okay, got it. I'll put in a moat. I'm not sure about that. I want to build on my lot though. I think you have been paying your taxes on that lot for a long time. You can probably buy a house already built if you wanted to. So forgot to mention before. I'm still trying to figure out how old John's son is. Oh, no problem. You're welcome. New York is a mess again. Only the criminals have guns. Well, Florida, pretty much everybody has guns, so it's at least on equal footing. Weird. A moat for the gator. You don't want a moat around your house. That's what you'd have in there as gators. You would have to dig down a while for a moat here. It's high and dry. They're heading east with their cash buying homes there. I don't know. A lot of people are selling their houses in New York, California, Oregon, all of that, and they're moving to Florida. And they are selling their houses for a heck of a lot more money than you can buy a house in Ocala. So let's say somebody has like a $300,000 mortgage on their house, but their house is worth like $600,000. Just weird numbers there, but go with it. Then they come down here, they buy a house for $250,000, which is bigger and nicer than what they had there, and they don't have a mortgage, plus they've got like $50K in cash in their pocket. So with that, your options are pretty good. Now, what's really cool is some of those people have their jobs still. They're doing remote work, so they're still getting paid wages from those places, and they're living here. And it's like, huh. Now that's cool. So they don't even have to look for a job when they get here, at least for a while. I mean, it's like, you know, some of the jobs they're like, okay, we want you back. And they're like, yeah, okay, I quit. But they have it for, you know, the stability of it or whatever, and to get the mortgage and whatnot. So yeah, it works. But again, if the house is paid for, you don't even have to worry about that. So I like that. I think that's cool. That's definitely what I would do. Yeah. So if you've been working remote, you're basically, you can live anywhere. So if you can live anywhere, you just have to have good internet access. Go for it. 2,000 square feet, 1 story, $950,000. I can't even, like, 950, like, okay, seriously, go on Zillow and see what you can get in Ocala for $950,000. It's like, seriously, you could get an entire mansion with a pool on a ranch with a couple of horses thrown in. Like, no pool. Definitely a mansion. Definitely. Not a question. You would go from basic to luxury home in like 2.2 seconds. It's crazy. It's honestly right about the same right now. Truthfully, it's right about the same. It honestly might be slightly cheaper to build, but then you're going to have about a year to a year and a half of waiting for it to be built. So you got to have something else going on. So like if you're renting for that time period, that's going to be a good $1,500 to $2,000 per month. So once you tack on that cost of renting for a year, year and a half, it actually might end up being the same. So yeah. No, electric bill is $175. No, right now we're paying about $100 a month. So, oh no, I love it. I'm so glad that you guys actually talk. So it's kind of hard to keep up sometimes, but have a little patience for me. I'll get there. But yeah, I know I absolutely love when you actually comment, because then it's like I actually have a clue what to talk about. If you don't comment, I'm just gonna sit here and, you know, talk about, like, I don't know, a Prius or something. And I mean, we've kind of gone over that. So I would rather find out what you guys want to talk about. Daughter is 15, probably end up somewhere between Denellen and Ocala. Okay, so if your daughter is 15, try and get her in Westport. I love Westport. My kids are, my son graduated from there. Like, whew, whew. I can't even imagine. Before 7. So our son graduated from Westport with his associate's degree, and that's like for free. They pay for the books, everything, which is awesome. I'm in Florida and can't grow anything. I can grow, oh my goodness, my garden goes crazy. But yeah. Oh, he's 8. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm very glad to say hi to Zachy then. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, if you are, if your daughter is 15, like my daughter is, she's 13, but she skipped a grade. So she's in the high school. She's half and half. She's half Florida virtual school and half high school. So we only take her in for, like today, she went in for an hour. But anyway, so she's doing that next year, or actually this summer, she's starting her triple enrollment. So that should be really fun. But she's doing her college courses and she's doing her high school courses at the same time. So she's on track to graduate at 17 with her associate's degree. And all of it's covered. Everything's paid for. So, and the college professors are actually at the Westport campus. It's not like you have to go back and forth for CF, Central Florida College is our, essentially it's our community college. They do offer bachelor's programs, but yeah. Oops. So, yeah, but I can't say enough about Westport, especially if she's into any kind of art or music. It is very much an artistic kind of music school. So, yeah. Horrible funguses, aphids, and our veggies. Yeah, I'm like, I don't have that issue. She wants to move to Florida so bad. Welcome. Yeah, we got Disney here. We're leaving New York in 2022. You have a goal, man. You sound determined, Lisa. You are like ready to go. Okay, so I'm not sure about you guys and your gardening issues. I don't have those gardening issues with the aphids and stuff, but we have, oh, what are the little aphid eaters? Ladybugs. There's actually a ladybug release where they release like 1 million ladybugs over at Shalom Park every year. So we have ladybugs and they eat all the aphids off. So if I had any issues with aphids, I would probably just order in some ladybugs, stick those out there and call it good. Or use some like Dawn just soap or something like that. But I don't really have that issue with them. I've never had to do that. My issue is I lose track of my garden. I get so good in the spring because we have 2 growing seasons. We have the spring and the fall. You don't really grow a lot during the summer because you have to do a sun cover because otherwise they'll get fried. If you do a sun cover, which I've done before, then you can grow pretty much all year round. But yeah, there's 2 actual real growing seasons, and that's in the spring and in the fall. So you can do tomatoes in the spring and the fall. You can do all that. Yeah, the lizards eat the, eat the ladybugs and everything else. So I don't know. I don't know. I have like the tomatoes. Holy smokes. I had so many tomatoes this year. It was ridiculous. I was giving tomatoes away to everyone. I was begging my neighbors to take my tomatoes. I had so many tomatoes. It was ridiculous. They just really love the sand and stuff here. I don't know. And then those, my soil is all sand. Tomatoes love sand. So do strawberries. Holy smokes. But what are those? You know the little green onions you get at the store? The chives or whatever. I don't know. I get those. They're like 50 cents for a big bundle of. Okay, so all of my vegetables that I get from the store, like romaine lettuce, celery, all of that kind of stuff, after I use it, I cut it, and then I put it in a bowl of water or a cup. Excuse me. And then as soon as it grows roots, I just stick it out in the garden, and it just goes nuts out there. So, but the green onions, those literally went bananas. Oh my goodness, it was insane. So, scallions, oh my, we're talking like the leaves were like, each one of them was like this, and it was just something from the store. It was literally leftover. It was refuse essentially because I had already cut all of the green part off, and then it, you know, I put it in water, and then the roots went like crazy, and then they have new shoots, and then I just stick it out in the garden, and oh my, and then I kind of forgot about it. Well, I would go out and like cut off one shoot of green every once in a while, use that, put it in soup or whatever. It was great. But holy smokes, there was no way I could use as much was growing out there this year. It was insane. So I started giving that away to all the neighbors. They looked at me. I honestly think they think I'm crazy because like I'll show up with stuff from my garden. I'm like, here, just take this. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what else to do. I have a harder time with herbs. I always seem to fry the herbs out in the sun. I just don't do well with herbs. I should just keep them indoors. But yeah, I mean, vegetable garden, that's cakewalk. And you could do, you know, fruits and like figs. Around here, blueberry farms are really popular. I've never had much luck in doing blueberry plants myself. Apparently, there's a knack to them that I do not have. But we love going blueberry picking. There are blueberry farms, pick your own, all over the place in Marion County. And Citrus County as well. So we just go to the pick your own farms. They're always like, would you like to buy a blueberry plant? And I'm like, no, because I'm going to kill it. So yeah. Yeah, you can regrow all of that stuff. It's crazy. The stuff, I mean, you know, you buy it at the store once and you could just use it over and over and over. You can do your entire garden just out of leftover vegetables that, you know, the ends and stuff like celery, broccoli, onions, all of that stuff regrows. Potatoes like crazy. I don't know. Do you all have poisonous snakes? I have never personally seen a poisonous snake. I have seen black snakes before. Yeah, blueberry, they need like a more of a wood kind of like, I don't know. It's just different soil. I don't know. They have this, they can grow them over here because they have blueberry farms like crazy around here. I've just never been able to do it. I don't know. Maybe I just don't have the patience for it. I can grow strawberries. Blackberries grow all over wild by my house. I don't need to grow those. Those go, just walk in any direction. You'll find some blueberry plants. Raspberries, I can do pretty good with those. I've grown those before. So yeah, lots of berries. I know, black snake, that might be why I've never had a poisonous snake, is because of the black snakes. Black snakes eat all the other snakes. So if I have a black snake, as freaky looking as they are, I still think they are a good thing. Okay, no, I don't want any pythons, thank you. That's a little too much for me. But one black snake where I know where it is, that's okay. Because they'll eat poisonous snakes. They kind of keep down the rodent population. So it's like one black snake versus poisonous snakes, other snakes, rodents, any kind of like that. I think I'll keep the black snake around. So I kind of have a little more trust with them. And they're terrified of you. You go anywhere near them and they're just gone. So I don't know. I'm okay with a singular black snake somewhere around my house, as long as I know where he's at all times. But again, it's just because I don't want other more dangerous things around. So yeah, I'm cool with a black snake. Black snake can live. Anything else will die, but I've never seen a poisonous snake. I know they have them in Florida. I just have never had them. Right now, this time of year, you're not going to see anything. It's freaking cold outside. So they all go hibernate or whatever. No. We don't do bugs inside my house. No. Any kind of bug. If it enters my home, it is going to die. That's the rule. Any snake, anything that comes inside my house, I don't care if it's good for you or not, it's going to die. No, you cannot grow mangoes in Ocala. It's too cold. We get a freeze. So you can grow oranges, lemons, grapefruit like crazy here, but you can't grow mangoes. It is too cold. You got to go tropical, which the tropical of Florida starts around Tampa. So I have seen people grow bananas here before. I don't know how they did that, but they did. Probably covering the tree and make sure the tree doesn't get too big. But so I've seen them grow that. You can grow avocado. I have an agent that is blowing up my phone because she wants an addendum. I may actually have to chat with her later. I don't know. They get so excited. It's like, honey, you don't need to do this tonight. It's okay. There is no chance that you need this addendum tonight. But she's very excited about it. I love newer agents. I do. I really do. But they get so excited. It's like every piece of paper is an emergency. It's like, I wish I could still get excited about an addendum. Oh. I know, I'm jaded. It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, since we've been talking, she has sent a Facebook message, 2 text messages, and then she just tried calling, and it's what time? But she just wants some help with the wording. So I'll chat with her when I'm done here. But yeah. Oh, no. We don't do, no. No, we do not do roaches of any kind at all whatsoever. Because do you know what happens with roaches? If you have roaches, then you have the more difficult to get rid of spiders or scorpion or something like that. No. No. I have been in real estate since 2006. So no, we don't. No, we don't do the bugs. I have a wonderful bug guy. He comes about once every 6 months. I don't really need. Sorry, I just got a voicemail. So we don't really need him more than that. Because we're pretty careful inside the house and stuff. But about once every 6 months, he comes in and sprays, and then he goes out and he'll check the yard for anything. Like, I don't want to do fire ants. My husband is, he's allergic to every kind of bug imaginable, which is really weird because they seem to know that about him. He will be standing right next to me. He will have like a bazillion mosquitoes and mosquito bites. I will be standing right next to him and I'll have like one. Like, I don't know. And he just, it gets all red and swollen and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. Get some off or skin so soft or something. I have no idea, but there's something about you that just says edible to the bugs. I don't know. But yeah, he has bad reactions. So we try and keep the bugs down for him as well. Anything that bites or whatever is just a no-go for him. But I don't do bugs. Like, I straight up do not do bugs, like, at all. If it comes in my house, it's going to die. But we don't really deal with them. Like, there's no, she is new and excited, and it's just new agents have they're just so excited. They're so excited, and they're worried that they're going to let somebody down, and no, they're just excited. So I prefer new agents. They are a lot more work and patience, but at the same time they're more time intensive, but they still have that excitement to help people. They still have they don't have a lot of bad habits that they've developed in other brokerages, so that's nice. It's easier to train a new agent than it is to take an agent that is experienced but has a lot of bad habits and untrain those bad habits. So I would rather have somebody that really just wants to help their customer and is nervous about doing the wrong thing than somebody that drops the ball. So, well, I'm okay with it. She's just gonna have to learn patience. I'm doing something else. She'll probably call somebody else. I have basically a helpline set up in my brokerage. So if they can't reach me, there's at least 4 other people that can answer questions for them at any time. So she'll be fine. But yeah, it's a new agent thing. It's okay. I'm basically known as the new agent trainer. But as soon as I get the agents all trained up, then other brokerages want to steal them so badly. It drives me nuts. Escape yard. Hold on. I'm trying to look, and it keeps fading out. While waiting for my bar results. Yeah, it's a good thing to do with your time, I guess. Gravel instead of grass. That's an interesting idea. I don't know. I kind of like the grass. Some of it. Hey, hun. You want to go on Facebook Live? Or, excuse me, YouTube Live. I have no idea why, but it keeps dropping. Ooh, okay. I think that's my cue to let go of this live. I've been on here forever. I'm taking up you guys' time. So, and I have to go and answer that agent back. So I will chat with you guys again. Hopefully I'll be able to do this again next Friday night. I'm trying to get back into the rhythm of doing that. Let's do it. No, just give me a call. We can discuss the pros and cons of sewer versus septic and all of that fun stuff. Because we have so much sand here, it's not really a big deal to have a septic system. They're really easy to replace. They're pretty easy to deal with. It's like maybe a couple $100 every 5 years to have it pumped out for the solids and stuff. So, and we have some of the best water, like anywhere. They bottle our water. We have natural artesian springs here. So I don't have an issue with well water as long as, you know, it's good well water. So I would check with the neighbors just to make sure they have good water. Heck, I would go into the neighbors and be like, hey, can I get a glass of water? I just got to test it real quick. They'll be like, yeah, there's the spigot. We're pretty open around here. So, yeah, I mean, I don't really have an issue with it. Awesome. All right. Well, I'm looking forward to that, John. You can come into the office and have coffee. You can see the big map on the wall and stuff. All right. Well, I'm going to let you guys go. If you have any questions at all, please go ahead and hit us up online at greatexpectationsocala.com. Oh, you're welcome, Lady J. I enjoyed spending time with you. Or you can go ahead and send me an email. If you're coming down to Ocala and you want to hang out, or if you have more questions, please send me an email. Let me know when you're going to be here. I'm going to make sure I have time for you. That would be awesome. Go ahead and send me an email. It's AndreaProeber@gmail.com. And that is spelled really weird. It's ANDREA, P as in Paul, ROE as in Edward, B as in boy, E as in Edward, R@gmail.com. And it's also in most of the just video descriptions that's in there. So can I buy an Ocala Map? It's really hard to find Ocala Map, but I happen to know where you can get some, and I think I'm the only one that has them. So if you stop into my office and you let me know ahead of time, I will save you a map. But yes, they're old maps that were awesome, and I got a whole slew of them, and so now I'm kind of hoarding them because you can't get them anymore. So everywhere else they have really terrible maps of Ocala. So if you let me know you're coming to Ocala and you give me a heads up ahead of time, I will save you one because my stock is limited of them. But yeah, I'll save you that. All right, I'll chat with you guys later. Y'all have a great Friday night, and hopefully you have a nice warm weekend. Bye.